how to write up stuff. Like I've written like long form stuff before in the past, not anything published, but I know the feeling of like I'm spending fucking weeks on this. I don't have the feeling for it, but when I do write, I know that it's coming from somewhere genuine rather than just I'm churning out a chat GPT response and hoping for the best. Because I think it's much better to be like chat. I think the problem is that AI, it has no imperfections. It's very. I was actually talking about this. Longer accept publish approval. Yeah, I've seen that as well. Where it's like if you use the M dashes and stuff like that, people think you're using AI when you're not. But the thing is as well, it's like the whole language is. My microphone working? Oh yeah, yeah. It was just turned out of a party. Yeah, like my. I've noticed that ChatGPT and a lot of AI platforms use very like clinical, corporate ways of speaking. Like it feels very euthanized. It feels very like it's very harmless, you know, easily digestible, sellable, fucking normal stuff. I have seen that. Yeah, like there's like whole isn't there like whole Reddit like communities about people who are like, oh, my Chat GPT partner and I are officially engaged, and it's someone holding up like their hand, and they've got a ring, and then it's like an AI generated hand. I'm like, what in the actual fuck is wrong with you? That is genuine mental illness. Or it's like people having breakdowns over like some AI model will be replaced or like, updated and whatnot, and it won't work the same way, and they lose their shit over it, and it's sad, but at the same time I'm like, okay, you're doing this to yourself. Like I cannot help, like I feel enough sympathy to be like, damn, that sucks. Their life must be horrible for them to kind of rely upon stuff like that. But then I'm also like, nah, you're a fucking idiot for believing in that kind of stuff. Like you're a moron for thinking that anything you do with a Chat GPT partner is in any way, shape, or form close to having a real, genuine relationship. And it's just, I don't know. Like maybe I'm just being too sympathetic to people like that. Maybe I shouldn't be, but it's just this constant. Like you see it pop up every now and then of people being like, "Oh, my partner just proposed to me," or it was like, "What was that?" No, there was this post. Was it fucking it's Angelina Jolie? No, not Angelina Jolie. It was Kim Kardashian. Sorry, and she was like talking to ChatGPT about something, and she she was talking to it as if it was like this. I don't even know how to begin to fucking describe it, but it was like she like responded to it like she was talking down to a child, kind of thing over something tiny. And I don't give a fuck about not Angelina Jolie. I don't give a fuck about her either. But I don't give a fuck about Kim Kardashian and that. But I get exposed to it online, unfortunately. And I'm just thinking to myself, like I've used it, and I'm acknowledge the fact that when I speak to ChatGPT, it's never like I'm like, do this for me, do this for me. Like I do like respond how I would respond to basically anybody else, but it's mainly in the sense of like, no, no, do this for me, no, do this for me, dance for me, peasant, kind of thing. Um, just to form an idea. How do two of you have sex? No, genuinely, I don't even want to fucking begin to think about it. Like, do they think maybe they generate like scenes, or maybe it's just like erotica for them. Maybe that's what they do. They just write out like, generate me a steamy love scene between you and me, please. And it's just the most like basic shit imaginable. No, it would be though, surely, because there's no other way. Sure, there's no other way they fucking do it. They must have it at least once. They're like, oh please, please, generate me a girlfriend. God, yeah, I know there's plenty. It's horrible. Like I don't even know how you'd find it attractive though. Like what part of your brain is firing off to where you're like, I know this thing isn't real. I know this is not genuine. I know this is not an actual person. This is not a connection. But I'm still chasing it anyway. It must be. I mean, I think there's just a few synapses in your brain that are just flipped the wrong way. Um, But this is why I kind of feel sympathy towards some of these people that do it, because I think that they're just that lonely that they have no other option. But when you do shit like this, like, do you think if someone did it, right, and then they go out on an actual date with someone, do you think they'd bring it up? Like, yeah, my ex was, I broke up with my ex because he was on the wrong AI model, and he updated, and I just didn't want to talk to him anymore. He forgot everything about me. That guy, yeah, it was a Japanese guy. It was a dick. It was, yeah, there was like, yeah. I mean, that's not like, okay, it's not normal. Obviously, it's not fucking normal. But it's like, you can look at that and think, like, it's just one guy doing that. And be like, alright, well, whatever. But these Reddit posts, like, these fucking Reddit communities are like, thousands of people across the world are all doing it. Like, there's multiple, like, posts a day. It's not just, like, once every 3 months or just some sort of weird lol cow you hear about. It'd be... It's actually happening all the time, and it's terrifying to think about. Like, fuck, I'm in direct competition with an AI model. If I ever want to meet a girlfriend, I'm screwed because I can't generate the right response. I can't do anything. What am I supposed to do? But no, I don't know. It's just it's weird. It's just the world feels backwards right now, and I hope that it changes. I feel like it will at some point in time, but my worry is I don't know. It's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better, kind of thing. Like all those videos of like the moon visit, like Artemis 2, and everyone's like, it's fake. It's all of it's fake. It was in a studio somewhere. And what's baffling to me is, I mean, I have relatives who don't believe the moon landing. I broke up with my ex because she just low-key kept saying I sadly cannot reply to this conversation anymore because of the violations of TOS. Yeah, like you're trying to write a fucking steamy scene with your e-girlfriend and she goes, I cannot generate a reply based on our content guidelines. It's like, fuck, the fucking mood's lost. I can't do that shit. But it's like, yeah, people aren't even willing to believe in the most basic of stuff. Like people, like, flat earthers, I don't understand flat earthers at all. I've never understood the belief of flat earth being a thing. I've never gotten it before. It's the ancient Romans, the ancient Greeks knew that the earth was not flat. They've done experiments. You can do very easy experiments to find out that the earth is not in fact flat. And people still refuse to believe you. People, like nowadays with the Artemis 2 fucking thingies, they're sitting there and they're like, oh yeah, no, that's all fake. It's all fake. Like, how are they... Like, there was this video of this guy who's like holding this ball in space, right? And it quote-unquote drops to the floor, right? What actually happened is the guy pushed it with his arm, right? And it slipped out of his arm and it fell it moved towards the bottom. And people are thinking, yes, it's obviously gravity. They never went to space at all. The memes, flat earthers when they realise their balls are round. No, what's funny, there's one that stuck with me, and it's one of them where it's like a Facebook group, and they're like, we have members of the Flat Earth Society all around the globe. I'm like, go and repeat that. Could you repeat that, please? Go and rephrase that, please. Hello, llama. This is what I mean, like globe. Like fucking people just, it baffles me to no end how certain people can be so dense. Like I know that I'm not the smartest fucking person on planet Earth. Like I'm very much aware of that fact, and I'm quite happy to be a bit of a moron sometimes. But it's never to this degree. It is never to this degree where I'm like, all the conspiracy theories are true. Hello Llama, welcome in. Thank you for joining in and checking out the stream. I'm currently rambling about conspiracy theories and we're talking about ChatGPT and AI and just general usage of it, but we've kind of moved on to conspiracy theories now. I don't really. It's weird because like some of them I do. Okay. Right now, with the way the world is right now, I'm more likely to believe in certain conspiracy theories. but never to the point of like, ah yes, the globe is flat, the world is flat. It's actually on the back of a giant turtle. Um, Spent millions of dollars for a project to prove Earth was flat. No, there was like these people. There was people who did these experiments to try and prove the Earth was flat, and they proved themselves wrong. And it's just like I don't know. I can't. I barely listen to some AI stuff. Yeah, it's just it's baffling to me to think that there are people out there who just fully accept the most random batshit insane theories out there, but are not willing to believe concrete evidence to suggest otherwise. I think I'm sure there's a term for it, where they're, you know, like they decide this is my belief system and I'm not going to change that whatsoever. And nothing you say or do can change it. No. Bees. See, the thing with, okay, for art, I think AI is fine if it's used as a tool to kind of help you make stuff, but not replace making stuff. I think it's going to be very important in the next like couple years for people who are creative, like writers such as yourself, Tiger, or like people who make music and stuff like that. Like I've always wanted to learn how to make music, just online, just for the sake of it. But you know, I've never done it because I've just not had the the chance to. And for me, looking at the perspective of like using ChatGPT to like come up with ideas for a story beat or a character for a story or whatever, I think that's okay because it's still you doing the work. Like it's still your idea. You're just using like a third party to kind of flesh out the idea. But there's a very big difference between doing that and being like, well, I'm going to use ChatGPT to create art for me, and I'm going to call myself an artist and behave like I am an artist when I've done nothing. I mean, the real problem with AI is the companies don't know what to use and put in everything. No, they throw it everywhere because it's cheap. They use it because it's the cheaper alternative to paying people. That's why they're using it. They don't care about, you know, the actual fucking nitty gritty of making art. They just care about making money, which is why they'll throw. Like there was a post on Instagram I saw earlier today actually, where it was like AI is just everywhere. It's just absolutely fucking everywhere. Like, and I think even at my work, there was like a graphic on a TV, right? It was just displaying like the new deal that we have, but it was very clearly an AI generated video, sorry, of like this random fucking cartoon character coming in and paying for it and being happy with the deal. So knowing that I even fucking work for a company or like a fucking business that uses it rather than just making something yourself is really demoralizing. And even if I wanted to like ever like publish a novel or whatever, if I wanted to sit down and write something, I'd have to compete with people who think they're authors when all they do is write a prompt. Or even those like fucking tech bros you see online where they're like, oh yeah, AI will replace the gaming industry, and they send you this photo, and it's this, or not a photo, they send you this video, and it's just the most bland, like, thoughtless fucking generation possible, and it's like, yeah, the AI will replace the games industry. Why hire game developers when you can just use AI instead? And it's like, so you'd rather play this miserable slop over something that someone put time and effort into making, even if it's not perfect. It's weird because it's like, for me, it's like, as it's on its own, I don't really have much of an issue with the AI because it's just sort of a thing, right? It's existed for a while now. It's here to stay. There's not much I can do about that. But the people that use it, that go out of their way to use it, and then claim that it's better than the alternative to using it, is just baffling to me. Using the fucking thing that AI is taking over the world, I don't want to get on the bad side of AI. Because remember, everyone hates them. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah, Skynet will launch any day now, and it'll blow us all up, so you better be nice to your ChatGPT boyfriend or it'll break up with you. But I don't know. I think it's systemic to